Feels good. Feels real good. It's coming from over there. Sunlight's over there. Lamp. Ambient lamp. Sunshine. Hi! I know. Awkward angle. It's an awkward angle for me too. I'm slouched. Because I'm 5'11". And this is a cutoff. There. So I guess I'm gonna be hunched down for this one. Whatever, that's fine. Something new, right? Something new, something borrowed, something blue. Is that how that goes? I don't know how that goes. Time for you to see fruits of my labor. It's Baron Bends and an Aquaticon. The other ones are in the box because I'm not quite finished yet. There's still some other things that I have to do to this. This is not a how-to video. That's not what this is. That's not what this is at all. This is a how I did it video because I've never done this before. So who am I to give anybody advice on anything? I just wanted to show people the process, I think. I don't know why I started filming all this stuff. I just wanted to document it, really, since it was my first attempt, and I thought this might be the first of many. This might be the one and only. You know? De Niro face? Because what if it was really bad? I think I did well. I got some really good feedback whenever I posted it up on Twitter, which I'll link the thread. I guess it's below. I don't know. In the description, I'll link the thread. And then I joined this awesome Facebook group, the Mezco 112 Society, which I'm sure if you're watching this video, you probably joined it if you're an action figure person. But I met some really cool people in there who are building some really cool stuff themselves. So I'm gonna keep going, you know. And I already know what I'm gonna do next. But like I said, this one's not completely finished just yet. I still have this chest that I'm going to turn into something magic. I don't know what, because I they say I think they're treasure hunters. Maybe, I don't know. I think he's looking for this. I think that's why he's on that planet. And a lot of people I see, like, when they're talk about it on Earth. He's not on Earth. He's on some foreign planet, which is why I recreate it. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Also, you hear me talk a lot in this video about this marine playset that I bought. That's it. This is what I'm talking about. Got it at Joanne Fabrics. Wild Republic. Wild Republic. And there's still some stuff in here that I want to do. Get this. It's locked pretty well. There are some animals that I want to turn into otherworldly animals. I just got to find a good air dry clay. I don't have a good air dry clay, and that bothers me. Ooh. That's right. Octopi. I thought I had a smaller one. It doesn't matter. See? Little baby dolphin with no eyes. He's blind. Giant lobsters. Giant lobster. And then a Quetzalcoatl. I don't know. Just things I can change around on here. But point is, it's not completely finished, but it's finished for now. Because to tell you the truth, these are all afterthoughts that I came up with. But well, that's not true. I got this like the day after I bought most of this stuff for it. You know what I mean? But I think good things are gonna happen with that. Why don't I show you how I build it? Why don't we show that? Now, not everything's here. Because once again, didn't know really what I was doing, and I have a very limited space, and I didn't want to die from breathing in foam. So a lot of times, like, I would just film little... Doesn't matter. Check this out. Now, going into this, I had no clue what I needed. I really wasn't sure. I didn't know what I was going to build exactly, what it was going to look like verbatim. I just had a little bit of an idea, and I knew that if I grabbed a couple different things, I'd be able to make it work. Like this moss, I didn't even use that for this. I will use it, and I have plans for it later, but it's just an instance of me grabbing things just to grab them. This foam, I still have not used this foam to this very moment. It's still just sitting in the other room waiting. Some of this board, which is actually like expensive, but I managed to get mine with some good coops, so I saved some money on it. And then littler boards, because why not, right? Some sticks, which once again, not for this, but I ended up using them for something else, so still pretty cool. A stack of foam, pre-cut. You know what I mean? Before I get a chance to turn it into art. I now own a glue gun. That's something new. Bark edge board. Pretty much, it's exactly the same as the other one, the basswood or basswood, whatever. I'm taking these two and I'm gluing them together. So instead of using the big board, I actually took two separate ones and I actually glued them together for this. So, you know, innovation. That's key, right? That's key. Next was my first attempt at edging, I guess. I don't know what that's called. I took a long, old school razor blade and just extended it as far as I could, and then kind of went over it at an angle so that it made the edges look a little bit more smooth, per se. And then I took a wooden sculpting tool and I ran that thing over it every which way, back and forth and side to side, and seesawed it just to get like a nice smooth finished edge. I don't know if it worked perfectly, but I mean, it worked better than I thought, and for not knowing what I was doing, I think it worked pretty well. Continuing a little painting, in which case I try to make all of these little fellers start to look a little bit more like this. Now this isn't even remotely close to being done. This is just I played with some hot glue. Once your multi-layer of podge is dry, you can then apply paint, and it goes on pretty easy. What are you guys gonna be? And then I took a moment to learn how to sculpt. So I took all this little clay and meticulously made little holes in them and did little individual designs and made them something particular. Afterwards, I put them all together, made little designs. Once they were prepared, who's hungry? Get down. You bake these puppies at I think 275 for about 15 minutes, and when they come out, they're nice and solid. No give it all as long as you built them correctly. If you don't build them correctly, they'll probably fall apart. Once all the pre-molding was done, it was time to move on to the fun part. There's nothing to sphere but this sphere itself. Now I used this triangle sculpting tool to do a little bit of digging out. It was the perfect angle to make it happen without actually bending itself in. For a moment, I got this bright idea that I was going to move on to the circle piece, and I was wrong. I was dead wrong. It pretty much bent immediately, and even though I gave a couple more stabs at it, it was pretty much to no avail. Moral of the story, we don't use circles to hollow out circles. Triangles, however, triangles are a-okay. The next step was a lot of slicing and cutting and cutting and digging and slicing and digging and cutting. It took a while, but it was actually a lot of fun. There was just a lot of sticking the razor knife in, cutting, and then digging out, and then pulling little chunks out over and over and over again. Oh yeah, it's getting good. No, that's just styrofoam. It's starting to take shape inside there, so I have now actually reverted to this guy so that I can get a little bit better shaping inside there before I Mod Podge it. You can kind of see it. I'm putting ridges and a little bit of design on the inside. That is the bottom. Like, it's going to stand like that. When I started, it wasn't so back heavy, but as you can see, I haven't taken a lot of that back corner, and I'm not going to either. I would just build a stand. So that is my check-in. Ooh, it kind of looks like ice. That's not what it is. Wanted a little bit of jaggedness in there. Alright, so that's wider, like I wanted it to be. I think we're still going to have to, real quick, that's too much, so we're going to have to do just a little bit of that. Yeah. See how much rounded that is? It kind of takes it out. On to the next step. Now they are blue. Alright, it's pretty much ready. What do you think about that? Yep. That's still there, even though they said it wasn't going to be. I usually come earlier, but it's time to go to the happy place. To my happy place. To one of my happy places. Oh, yeah. Mojo and Fabrics. It's not that big of a haul, but I needed some new paintbrushes because getting in those holes was really hard with wide brushes. So I needed that. Those were on sale. Ooh, there's grip. I didn't even notice that for when you want to get real close up in there. That's nice. So I need some of those clay so I can finish the actual base that I'm building on, because I need some air dry clay, because you can't really hook oven clay to foam and bake it. Won't happen. I got white so I can paint it. But I also meant to get big bags, Ziploc bags. I think I actually have one left over. Yes, here. Because what you do is, after you open that up, it's just going to keep hardening, so you just put it in there and protect it. Needed some gold paint. I won't mention what that's for just yet. Well, you're going to know in a second. Picked up some more glow-in-the-dark. However, they gave me the wrong kind. This is 2 ounces. I paid for a 9-ounce one. That's what happens when you order online, but if you're going to order online and go to the store, be prepared to wait and or get the wrong product. I'll go back tomorrow. I had to get me one of these guys. The look on adults' faces when they see a grown man grabbing something like this, and they go, what is that for? I actually already opened it up. I needed these. I needed these. Needed them for what I'm building, obviously. And then I didn't need these, but I saw them there and was like, I know I'll use these eventually. Don't know what for, but actually, I literally just now got an idea. That's my cat running around. Got some copper, and I mean brass and like silver chains to work with, some cogs, and then a key pack. And I got this because I like all those little keys. I want to do something with those. And the big keys I can always do something with. So I'm not necessarily going to use these for this project, but I'm going to use them for something. And I just keep adding and adding and adding. So that's what I grabbed today. All right, here we go. Ready? Got him. He's no match for you. Pretty cool, huh? I thought it was. I enjoyed myself quite a bit. That's how I did it. You know, step by step, just a little bit at a time. I learned as I went. I watched some videos from YouTubers that, like, I had already watched anyway, but I kind of wanted to learn a little bit from them. My favorite one, dude, I love the Craftsman. Love the Craftsman. He's, steady crafting, brother. All in all, I think it took me a month. Actually, why am I acting like that? It took me a month and 11 days, exactly. But I was out of town for a week, so I lost like 7, maybe 8 days on the project there. A month from beginning to finish, from conception. Now, I didn't have to draw anything up. This is from the comic. So, not my concept. But it kind of is my concept because it's not perfect. I'm going to do more of these. So if you want to see more of these, just subscribe. Or just keep coming back. Whatever. Because I will do more. As always, thank you, you beautiful, passionate, caring individuals, for continuously coming back. I appreciate you. You know that I do. Until next time, keep on collecting. And remember, be easy. Take a deep breath. Just be easy. It's the only thing you can do. Try to be easy. Try not to get ran over by society or trip. Sayonara, trooper. See you on Sunday.